friends, welcome back to my channel. So you guys loved the video I did where I built a house only using money that I'd made in a 1 hour shift. So today I want to do a spooky edition of that, and I'm going to build a haunted house only using money that I've made working for 1 hour. This could go amazing, this could go terrible, I don't know. The last house I built when I did this was quite a small house, so building a whole haunted house might be a little bit tricky, but I'm ready to take on the challenge. So I'm gonna head to work. I'm gonna do the stalker job as always, as it is my favourite. I will record like the last 10 minutes or so just for a bit of proof so you guys can see how much I earned and that I did work for an hour, and then we will come back and get on with the build. So I will see you guys in just a few moments. Okay, so I just finished the hour, and as you can see I made $84,259. As always, I probably could have made a little bit more if I focused a bit more, but working for an hour is super difficult and I kept getting distracted by things, and I was watching Netflix at the same time, so I ended up making $84,259, which I think is still a pretty decent budget. It's probably about the same amount I made last time I did this, so hopefully we can get a pretty decent haunted house out of this. So let's head over to my plot now. So I am back at my plot. I'm going to get to work making this haunted house. Now when I started the video I had about 11,100, I think just under 11,100, but I did get my daily reward of $200 whilst I was working, so I'm going to use 11,300 as kind of a guide mark. So once I'm getting close to that I know that I'm running out of my budget, and then we won't go over the $84,000 budget. So let's get into it. I'm excited to see what we're going to come up with. So I finished my haunted mansion and I'm super surprised by how much I actually managed to get out of this budget. For some reason I thought last time when I worked for an hour I made a similar amount, but it turns out I made like 18,000 more this time, so I was thinking I wouldn't be able to build quite as much as I thought I could, and I managed to come up with this like huge 2-story house and actually fill it all with furniture and still have a little bit of money left to like put some extra bits outside because I wanted to have some like trees and some fog machines and stuff to really set the scene. I waited for it to get dark in game and look how spooky this looks, but this is my haunted house. I am super duper happy with it and I'm super excited to show you guys the inside. It did come to a total of $64,925 like the house value, but I did spend like the full 84,000 that I earned working. I know I said I was going to use 11,300 to be like a guideline to know when I was getting close to my budget, but I did have a $200 bill taken out whilst I was building, so I kind of took that into consideration and went slightly over, but I should still be under budget. I think when I started I had 11,100 anyway, and then I got 200 as a daily reward, and then I've lost the 200 again when I was paid the bill, so like 11,100 would have been the starting point, so I'm definitely still in budget. I'm super excited to show you guys around the house. So this is my haunted mansion. I think it looks really cool. I really like this colour scheme. I went for orange this time, but it's still very similar to the haunted house I did yesterday. But let me take you inside and show you guys around. So the door is over here, just under this little kind of balcony area. Is it a balcony? Oh, it's a porch. I completely blanked for a second there. I was literally paused for like 2 minutes just trying to remember what this thing was called. It's called a porch. I come under the porch here and then the front door is here. It's a similar kind of setup to my haunted house I did yesterday, which was a bigger version of this. So I guess this is kind of like a cheaper, more affordable and slightly smaller version of that house that I did yesterday, but this is the entrance where I love how this looks. I have 2 staircases coming up here and then there's a little corridor which leads to the living room down there. I use the same decals from my haunted mansion, so we have like some spooky pictures of me and Pookie about, like Victorian me and Pookie I was calling us yesterday. So I made these creepy decals. They are going to be linked down below if you guys do want to use them in your own haunted house. And then in this room here we have the dining room, so we have a dining room area with another big decal and a huge dining table. I'm going to stand on here so you can see in here properly because it is a little bit of a squeeze. I really love the lighting in this build. I think it really sets the mood of it being a very creepy old-fashioned house, because it's like old-fashioned houses are very like orangey lighting anyway because they use like candlelight instead of real light, so I guess it kind of really sets with the theme. But I do have lots of candles about. Why is my screen spinning? Please stop. Thank you. That happens all of the time. Does anybody else do that when you're playing, just have their screen like spinning constantly? Anyway, as I was saying, I did use candlelights to light up the room to kind of go with the kind of old-fashioned vibe. And then this room here is the kitchen. I really do love how this kitchen looks. I didn't put a fridge in this one. I did use a fridge in my haunted house yesterday, but I was thinking like they didn't have fridges in the Victorian times. Like I don't know what they used, but they definitely didn't have fridges like us, so I didn't bother putting one in here because I didn't really know where it would fit anyway, and just kind of kept it as like countertops and then the ovens and sink and stuff. And I really do love how this little kitchen looks. I love the pots and pans up here, like the rusty pots and pans, which go with like the whole rusty vibe of the build, of it being very run down and abandoned. So now let me run back out of here and we'll head towards the living room, which is down this little corridor. I love this corridor in between the stairs. I think it's one of my favourite features. But through here is the living room area. So this is the little living room. I didn't put too much in here. We've got some sofas. We have a fireplace, which I was very impressed I could afford. I didn't think I'd be able to afford to put a fireplace in here, but I did. So we have the fireplace, another huge picture of me and Pookie and some little ones. I really like this living room. I actually think it looks kind of cozy, even though it's supposed to be like haunted and run down. Like the colour scheme with like the tartan's actually kind of cozy. Like I don't think I'd quite like it in real life if I had this, like if I had this creepy rusty run down living room, but on here it does look kind of cute. Like this is a very cute haunted house, let's be honest. And then we just have a mini little study here, which I guess is like a mini version of the one I did in my own haunted house. And then if we come back through, we will head up the stairs. I don't know why I called it my own haunted house, because I did make this one as well, so like they're both mine, but I mean my bigger fancier one that I literally spent a week building. If you've not watched that video yet, guys, you should definitely go and check it out. It's literally 10 times better than this one, but this house is still pretty cute. Through here is the little corridor which leads to all the bedrooms and bathrooms, so I'll just shut that door again and we'll go through this room first, which is the children's bedroom, which I didn't really know what to put in here, but I do think it looks like a child's bedroom. Like we've got some toys and stuff on there, then we have bunk beds which would sleep in, and we've got some toys and an old wooden toy box and a little desk that they can do their homework on. So this is the little children's bedroom. And then next door to this, if I just open up the door, oops, do you hate it when sometimes these E buttons don't show up and you have to click on things and it's like such a struggle? This is my, well, I'm gonna say my bedroom, it's not my bedroom, but this is like the parents' bedroom next door, which I actually still kind of like. I really like how the bed looks. Like I love this this plaid fabric on bed. I think it's so cute, but I actually kind of like this bedroom, even though again it's run down and there's like leaves and stuff everywhere. There's a huge picture of spooky Victorian me, and then we have a very dark mirror. Yeah, it's quite a nice little bedroom, and it does have an ensuite bathroom as well, which is here, which is again actually quite a nice bathroom. Like I kind of did it the setup that I usually do bathrooms, but like a horror kind of creepy haunted version, like a just a very run down version of my usual bathrooms. Like I mean, these houses are basically like my usual houses but like run down, which I think is quite funny. And then this is the family bathroom, so this is the other bathroom. So I do have 2 bathrooms in this house. I managed to afford to buy 2 bathrooms, which is crazy. I do really love how this house has actually turned out. Like I'm really impressed that I've managed to do this with 84,000. I know some of you guys will say 84,000 is a lot of money, but for somebody who builds every day and builds like big huge builds, like I'm not used to building with 84,000. I'm used to building with like no set budget, and I can just have fun and I don't have to think about how much I'm spending. So I do actually kind of like doing the challenges because it pushes me to budget things. But anyway guys, let me know what you think to this house down in the comments below. Please do like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. Comment down below with any future video ideas, and as always, a huge thank you for watching. Bye guys. Mwah.
Mm-hmm.